Decision Sonnet by Lisa Hamburg. The work world weighs on the manager's mind. What to do among so many answers? Facts, folly, invention, and hope intertwined. At stake are jobs, people, clients, and dollars. Choices fear is chilling and a horror. The lines of the workplace must rescue. Courage and strength can produce a breakthrough. Proactivity and strength make wise decisions, while tough or management mental. They build character, strength, trust, and muscle. This poem describes about how decisions can affect my company. For my career, I chose to be a business operation manager. My second career choice was a graphic designer, and finally my third choice was a landscape architect. As you can see, becoming a graphic designer was my opportunity cost. An opportunity cost is the highest value alternative that you have to give up in order to get your first choice. I chose to become a business operation manager because it allows me to help people, be smart, and be creative. You may be wondering, what exactly do you do in this job? In this job, I get to make sure that the company is running smoothly. I also get to make decisions about how a product will be developed and how to make it better. Overall, some job duties in a day may include reading, writing, analyzing reports, tracking budgets, researching new technologies, and managing employees, and many other things. Like all jobs, there are positive and negative incentives. Some of my positive incentives is I get to help people, I have a wide range of work duties, and I get to be creative in coming up with what to make. Some negative incentives is I have long work hours, I have to make decisions quickly, and there's intense pressure to meet the company's goals. To pursue this career, I'm going to go to Wichita State University to get a bachelor's degree in business administration. I chose to go to this college because it'll help me learn everything I need to know and nothing that I don't. I have had prior business experience when I was a board member. When I was a board member, I contributed financial work and I supported my staff. I have also worked at a museum as a gallery attendant where I gave speeches about toy pedal cars. In these experiences, I learned that I'm a good leader, make decisions quickly, organize, have attention to detail, and I work well with people. My references are Julia Monera, who is the board manager, and Maria Garcia, who is a professor of education. After I got my references and I wrote my resume, I filled out my letter of application. I wrote to Maria Burns for a job at Xerox. Xerox is where they sell business services and document technology to other businesses and governments. I chose to work here because they're a leader in workflow services and can be trusted by customers. In this job, they get paid $63,000 a year or $5,250 a month. I'm going to use this money towards housing, transportation, utilities, taxes, medical insurance, toiletries, food, and food. I'm not going to use the money towards school loans because it's already paid for by my parents. My toiletries cost $100. My medical insurance and food is almost the same price, with medical insurance being at $325 and food being at $300. My housing is $811, while my transportation is only $501. The highest, and my utilities is $370. The highest costs are in utilities and taxes. My utilities cost $1,328.89, while my taxes cost $1,514.12. In this budget, me and my parents and I were way off in the housing. I thought that renting a furnished apartment would be $1,500, while they thought it would only be $1,200. It ended up being $800. We were also way off in the rental insurance because we thought rental insurance would be $200, but it ended up only being $11. We were pretty close on the gas and electric and city utilities. For gas and electric, we said that it would cost $200, but it ended up only being $190. We also said that city utilities would be $100, but it only ended up being $90. And both of these costs, we were only $10 off. In our budget, we were either really close or really far off to the actual cost. This balanced itself out, allowing me to have more money in savings, miscellaneous, and for savings, miscellaneous, and entertainment. For entertainment, I would watch movies, go bowling, and go skating, and do many other stuff. While I was making this budget, I gave up some of my savings so I can give more money to charity. This is called a trade-off. A trade-off is where you get a little more of one alternative in exchange for a little less of a different alternative. Some of my other trade-offs is I gave up living in a house so I could live in a furnished apartment, and I gave up having my medical insurance paid for so I could get the job that I wanted. My medical insurance is in the low percent on my pie graph. It is in 6% along with my food. My utilities is 7%. My housing is 50%, while my transportation is only 10%. My majority of the pie graph, though, is in taxes and discretionary. Discretionary is at 25%, while taxes is at 29%. I found this info at different websites. One of these websites is called ionet.org. It talks about what a business operation manager does, the skills you should have to pursue this career, and it talks about the history of this career. Another website is called dummies.com. It talks about how to run a business and how to make high profits from using a little amount of money. My third website is called superadvancement.com, and it talks about the qualifications and skills you should have to be good at this job. My fourth website is called sakano.com, and it talks about the workplace and the degrees you need to have to get into this career. My last website is called mymajors.com. It talks about what you do in the job, and it gives you a hallway code to see if you'd be good at this job. I also printed off 2 articles. One of these articles is called What Does an Operation Manager Do? One of the job duties is it explains what you do on an average basis every single day, and it describes where they work at. My last article is called Operations Management and talks about what job you do and the history of this career. Operations management is about the people and how to motivate them and see their progress. No one's job can be seen as little. Everyone contributes to the overall success.